Welcome to the Real Elevation Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Hendricks, and today we have another outstanding, informative, and elevating show for you. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome all first-time listeners to the podcast, and be sure to stay to the end of the show, where I will be sharing all my social media connection and links, where you can connect with me as we grow the Real Elevation community. How are we doing, guys? Another great show in store for you today. I hope you are doing well. Now, we're going to be talking about and looking to combat one of the number one excuses that people often put to me as a coach, and I've heard other people share this to trainers as well, for them not engaging or not participating in regular exercise, and that is time. Time and being unsure of what exactly to do are probably the top two reasons why people don't embark on improving their fitness, their well-being, and investing time in their health. So today we're going to be looking at 3 ways to maximize your workout time and your well-being. 3 ways to maximize your workout time and well-being. Now, as I said, the 2 biggest reasons I often hear people saying is lack of time, or should I say perceived lack of time, and not knowing what to do. Now, we all know that consistency is the key to success. You're always going to achieve whatever your goal is. That may be improving your fitness, helping to boost your body confidence, helping with any sort of weight management goals. You're always going to achieve those goals or succeed to those goals quicker if you're being consistent. But one of the reasons why people are not consistent is they don't perceive that they have the time to do the exercise. So we're going to be looking at today 3 ways that you can really maximize your time when you are working out. So the first thing is prioritize compound exercise. Number 1, prioritize compound exercises. Now, you might be saying, well, what are compound exercises? Now, compound exercises, in simple term, are exercises that work multiple muscle groups at the same time. So they're working your legs, they're working maybe your arms, your back, they're working the body collectively as a whole, all at the same time. So a brilliant example of this is a squat exercise that works the muscles in your legs, your quadriceps, your glutes, and also your calves. They are what you would term, or that is what you would term, a compound exercise. So working and having to engage multiple groups of muscles simultaneously. The benefits of doing this type of exercise is, as mentioned, is working all of those same muscles at any one time. So you're saving yourself time by getting the body to work on different muscle parts, different muscle groups, all at the same time. So instead of going from one exercise where you're working the legs and onto another exercise where you're working maybe your back, another exercise where you're working the shoulders, so you're splitting the body up, introducing compound exercises is going to help you to get through a series of exercises, going to help you to burn off calories much, much quicker than you would do if you're just breaking down or segmenting the exercises. We know that these type of exercises help to build collective strength, and we know that once we're in a position where we can move from isolation to integration, we're building up our strength as the body as a whole much more effectively. So we should ideally look to develop strength locally, so in the arms, in the shoulders, in the legs, so on and so forth, making sure our form is technique, making sure we know about correct muscle activation and so on. But then once we're in a position where we can transition, we should be looking to integrate exercises, because that's how we move. We don't just sit and move our arms. We don't just sit and move our shoulders. We use the body as a system of systems, and we need to train and exercise that way. So we should be prioritizing compound exercises in our workout to make sure we're maximizing our time. Okay, number 2, implement high intensity interval training, otherwise known as HIIT. Now, you may have done some form of HIIT exercises before, but if it's a new concept to you, it's a great way that you can really look to maximize your time in the gym and really invest in getting bigger bang for your buck when you're doing exercise. Now, what is HIIT training? In short, it involves short bursts of high or intense exercise alternated with low intensity or what we call recovery periods. It's probably the most effective and efficient way to train. So typically or traditionally, what do we do? When we go into the gym, we're told to jump on a piece of cardio equipment and we might build up our strength on that cardio equipment. So it may be going for a brisk walk on a treadmill or going on a rower, and we'd stay up there and we'll build up from doing 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, up to 25 minutes, much longer. That's the traditional way we have been educated and told or encouraged to exercise. But with HIIT training, involving those short bursts of high intensity exercise followed by low intensity or recovery periods is much more time efficient, because there's studies and there's data out there that supports that this is a much more beneficial way to train. Let me just share with you real quick some of the benefits that have been found through different studies associated with high interval intensity training. So it positively affects people with type 1 diabetes. It lowers the risk of breast cancer. It lowers your body fat and improves your fat metabolism ability. Improves insulin sensitivity, that ties in with number one in terms of type 1 diabetes. Improves your mood, and it reduces anxiety and depression, and it reduces the risk of colon cancer. Now, you can go check those out at the National Library of Medicine. That's where I get a lot of my research papers and insights from. I'll leave a link in the show notes for you. So you can see the benefits of introducing HIIT training, high intensity interval training. Is not just about time efficient ways of training, which is obviously very important. It's what we're talking about here today, but it has lots of benefits in terms of how it's going to improve your well-being and your body's ability to produce and perform on a regular basis. So, number 2, implement high intensity interval training. Key point. And the third point, now just before I share that third point with you, I just want to take this opportunity to share with you my social media connections. As I mentioned before at the top of the show, we're looking to grow the Real Elevation community, so you can connect with me on LinkedIn. Just find Mike Hendricks. You'll find me on that page. Go to Facebook, you'll find Mike Hendricks or Hendricks Holistic Coaching. You'll see me there. You'll find me on Instagram. Instagram handle is Hendricks Holistic 44. And then if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll find us on Hendricks Holistic on YouTube. So connect with me on those different channels, guys. You'll find me under all those different platforms where we're looking to connect and grow. Okay, let's get back into it, where we're talking about 3 ways to maximize your workout time and well-being. So we're looking at number 3, and number 3 is optimize recovery and rest. Optimize recovery and rest. Now, you've heard me say for the longest time that, in my opinion, which is often correct, that in the health and fitness space, we don't stress the importance of rest and recovery. We place too much focus on the doing and the getting and the going, which is obviously key. If you have a goal, you have an objective, you have to take action, you have to work, you have to do something. But we can't just be in that action mode all the time, and this is where we need to pay close attention to our rest and recovery. How are we spending time recovering and resting from the doing, the action? We're looking and we're discussing this morning about maximizing your time and your well-being, and key to that, your ability to maximize your time, is how you spend it recovering and resting. We know that when we have sufficient time to rest and recovery, it optimizes the work that we have done. So if you're just in this mode of just going, getting, taking action, or working out, as you've heard me say before, and you're not spending any time and energy on working in, doing restorative exercises, all that hard work is kind of invaded. It's almost counterproductive in that sense, because that work that you do, that hard work, that training, those exercises, needs to be complemented with rest time, recovery time, taking time out. You can go back and listen to episode 24, Simple Ways to Fix Your Fatigue and Boost Your Wellbeing. I'll leave a link in the show notes where I talk about, for many people, when they're tired, they're not energetic, they're feeling brain fog. In that episode, we discuss about ways that you can fix your fatigue and boost your well-being. So that's episode 24. I'll leave a link in the show notes where you can go check that out. But back to my point of rest and recovery, you want to maximize your well-being and your workout time. Factored into your workouts needs to be time to work in, chill out, be introspective, take time out, be reflective. Doing all these things can help you. Now, one of the simple ways that you can rest and recover better is sleep. Sleep is a big one, and you've heard me talk about this before. When I'm speaking with many of my clients, when I'm talking about how they can really look to optimize their health and maximize their well-being potential, is to look at their sleep. We analyze how they're sleeping. Now, for many of us, our nighttime and bedtime routine leaves somewhat to be desired in terms of improvement. So how are you sleeping? Is that something that you can look to improve and better develop over time? Because when you do, and you get that good night's sleep, and you rest in a sound way, you're more likely to wake up refreshed, focused, re-energized, revitalized. So one of the things you can do is set yourself up for success by having a bedtime routine. If that's not something that you have at the moment, is that something that you could introduce? Turning off devices, making sure that we're not using those right up until the last thing at night in a negative way, i.e. checking emails or watching videos are not really constructive. I use my device, but I use it for maybe meditation or listening to some calming or relaxing music in that sense. In the daytime, have you scheduled time out? Have you scheduled rest time? I know we get into this mode where we get up and we go in and we're doing and we're taking action, but is there an opportunity for you throughout the day just to take time out and chill? You know that better than myself, but is that something that you could do? And also something that we can do to help ourselves rest and recover better is meditation. Is there an opportunity for you to meditate, not just on the night time, or maybe on a morning like I do, but throughout the day as well? My day starts off with a 10, 15, sometimes 20-minute meditation, and that helps orientate my mindset for the day ahead. It helps me to rest. It helps me to create space. It helps me to relax and be calm and collected so I can go about my day in a much more constructive way. Is that something that you could do? Meditation. You have a look at your schedule, you have a look at your lifestyle, and if something that's going to help you, I'd look to implement it. So optimizing your rest and recovery time is key to maximizing your well-being and your workout time. So let's quickly overview and review what we've discussed today. So we're talking about 3 ways to maximize your workout time and your well-being. We spoke about number 1, prioritize compound exercises. We spoke about compound exercises, working multiple muscle groups at the same time, how they can really impact your fitness and your strength and your well-being by killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Number 2, we talked about implementing high-intensity training, high-intensity interval training into your workout. It's going to really look to maximize, get you more bang for your buck, really burn off those calories. And we talked about all those other different metabolic impacts that it has on your body in terms of improving insulin sensitivity, reducing your risk of type 2 diabetes, lowering your body fat, reducing your risk of anxiety, depression. Really important that you look to introduce HIIT training to maximize your workout time. And then finally, we just spoke about optimizing your rest and recovery. Take time to take time out. Chill, relax, do the things that you need to do. Make it a priority. It's not just always about going, taking action, have that hustle mentality where we just go all the time. We need time to chill. We need time to reflect. We need time to revitalize. We need time to recover. So we need to be in a mindset and have a mentality where that is a priority. So with all that I've shared with you guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to direct you to the Hendrix Holistic YouTube account, where you can find really useful tools that will help you with these things we've just talked about. So in regards to HIIT workouts, you'll find them on the YouTube channel. If you're looking at learning about compound exercises, you'll find them on the YouTube channel. If you want to learn more in depth about rest and recovery, you'll find it on the YouTube channel. So go subscribe to us on YouTube, Hendrix Holistic, and you'll see lots of videos there already. And we've got more great content coming that's going to help you on your journey as you grow physically, mentally, and become the best, strongest version of yourself, elevating you mentally and physically. Okay, guys, that is us for today. Are these things that you can implement? Connect with me. I mentioned before, and I'll share with you again, all my social media links. You can find me on LinkedIn under Mike Hendricks. You'll find me on Facebook under Mike and Bobby Hendricks or Mike Hendricks. You'll find me on Instagram. Just look for the handle Hendrix Holistic 44. And as I mentioned there, why not go subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, Hendrix Holistic, where you'll find lots of great content, lots of great videos there, and lots of amazing stuff coming that's going to really help you on your fitness and elevation journey. All right, guys, I hope you found that today's episode was insightful and helpful. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel, shared this episode with your connections and your community, and give us a 5-star rating on whatever platform you're listening to this on, whether it be iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, whatever it is, or even the Buzzsprout website itself. So until next time, guys, appreciate your time today. Remember, be well, be wise, be cool, be calm, and keep it real. Speak with you soon. Blessings and chi. Peace.